Hi, ladies. I know this is not, I'm supposed to stream later on, but for me, it's just been the back to school thing is kicking my butt. So I'll try to stream later on tonight too, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. So I promised you guys that I would do ATC. So, and I'm sorry I didn't give you any heads up. It's just me figuring out what's going on with me. Hey, how are you? Hi, Amberly. I did miss you guys. Normally I stream much later, but today has just been, I have to tell you, it's been a great day, but the whole hi Ash. No, it wasn't even that. It's so, where I live on a tropical island, as everyone knows. I live on the island of Maui. And what happens is the island that I live on, it's only one way on, one way off. It's not like it's like just a one lane highway type of thing. And I usually, with summer, it was easy to stream later, but hi Crafty Girl, hi Vicky, hi Sarita. So I may try to stream later on too, but I just wanted to start our ATCs together because I promised. So this is what happens is the whales, well, it's not whale season yet. Hi Carla, I know it's early. It's early. So I was just explaining to everybody. Okay, so don't everybody get all upset. And if I can stream later on, I will, because I know inevitably somebody's going to get all upset. Hi Brenda. Yes, it's very early today. So this is what happens. I live on an island where there's only a 2-lane highway. 1 lane in and 1 lane out. And when I drive to get my daughter from school, yesterday, Hottie went to get her from school. So if I drive to get her from school, I have to leave, and it's right around the stream time. Like, she gets out of school at 2 o'clock, which would be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But sometimes I don't get back by 3 because it's 1 lane in and 1 lane out, and it's a lane everyone uses. And anyway, to make a very long story short, if the whales are jumping, there'll be traffic. If someone decides to park their car on the side of the road, and you could be stuck there for hours. So until I figure out the school schedule, I thought I would stream a little bit now, and then if I'm back in time, I'll do something later. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make ATCs. All right? So I don't know, does everybody, hi Jennifer, and you guys yell at me in all caps because the other day I missed a whole bunch of chat and then, it's just because my computer's screen's kind of far away from me. So we're going to make ATCs, and I told you guys to bring your Painty papers. And I'm going to use my Painty newspapers and I'm actually loving these Painty newspapers. I don't know how many of you guys like them, but I'm liking them. And a fashion magazine and a glue stick. And I'm going to tell you why. So a lot of people make ATCs and they make them really 3D, which is all great and beautiful and all that. And they use Mod Podge, or they use a Collage Podge, or they use something that is, wet glue. Well, they stick together in my world. So, hi Darla. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you here. Hi Kimberly. Everybody's good. So, get your fashion magazines. Now, the reason I suggested you guys do playing cards is because they're actually the size of they're the proper size of an ATC. So I kind of already started mine. So what I thought we were going to do is, I'm thinking that we are going to do diva cards. Inspirational diva cards. Okay? So that's why I say get a fashion magazine. And you guys, I'm not a fashion person. So I get mine at the recycling center. Sorry, everything's sticking together. I was gluing all these things yesterday, not ATCs, but other projects that I'm making. And so anyway, we're going to do diva cards. So we're going to cover our an ATC is called an artist trading card. Okay, now these are the ones that I've started so far with my Painty papers. Don't you think they're going to be cool? And I found her in a fashion magazine. I loved her. I don't know if you can see her image really well. Hi, Cheshire. Hi, Cheshire. Tell me your first name because I'm not great on everyone's names. And anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make ATCs and we're going to make diva cards. Hi, Susan. So everybody, get out your, hi Joyce, how's it going? Hi Edna. Get your playing cards and let's start. So, or you can cut your cards. So these were a deck of cards somebody gave me. Isn't she awesome? Now, I have to say I was a little disappointed. You guys, I'm not a fashion magazine girl. I went through usually I find the most eclectic people in fashion magazines, right? Yesterday, it was not. I found some cool images, and I don't know how they're going to go with my backgrounds, but I'm going to work with it and see if I can, if I can make them cool. And then you want like a positive, inspirational word. And this is just simple ATCs. You can make yours as complicated as you want. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get your playing cards and you want to glue them to a piece of your Painty paper. So what I did with mine was I like this Elmer's Extreme, but you can use, I like a glue stick better. I'm not telling, if you want to use a wet glue, do it. I'm not saying anything. It's just that because we made all these Painty newspapers, those are thinner than, they're thinner than, like magazine pages or, they're thinner. And because we have all these Painty papers, like look at how many cool ATC backgrounds you're going to have. Isn't that going to be cool? Now this is also a great little way to send Happy Mail. I know everybody likes to get Happy Mail. And who got sent to the corner? Who did I miss? So I leave my cards on the back, you guys. Some people are really into numerology. So I leave it. I always cover the front side and I leave the card. Now generally in an artist trading card, you'd sign it. You could sign this playing card. You could also do something on it as well. So, hi Sarita. You're enjoying our company? Oh, your hands are stiff? Oh, I'm so sorry. But your parcels are done. I hear you. So I'm using my Elmer's Extreme. So tell me how you girls are feeling from yesterday. Did anybody, I got one note from somebody that said that she felt really a lot better. That she, if you guys are here for my woo-woo, you guys were here with me so long yesterday. I've gotten some feedback from some of you guys from yesterday. So I just put a lot of glue, and I do put a lot of glue on the edges, and I'm just gonna not even think about it, and I'm gonna lay it down, on my paper. And then I burnish it really well. Okay, what did you say? I didn't miss anyone. YouTube wouldn't let you post for a minute. Oh, so you were too chatty? Oh. So tell me how you girls were feeling from yesterday. Okay. How did you guys fare the full moon? It was kind of a powerful full moon. I mean, I don't usually notice a lot of stuff, but hi Linda. Oh, I'm glad, Linda. Welcome. Usually I stream much later, but today school started for us yesterday, and can I tell you guys, I have been a momby. It wasn't a rude remark. No, it wasn't a rude remark. No, you can't ever offend me. I'm sorry, you can't. You release the stress and you're just going with it. Oh, good, Amberly. So yeah, yesterday was kind of an interesting day, and I have not recovered from the getting up. You guys, I was up. Hi, Scotty. I was up again at 5 a.m. I am not a 5 a.m. girl. You guys, it's like, I'm not a 5 a.m. girl. It's so ridiculous. So did you guys catch Carla today? She made an amazing little book. I made one along with her, but it's in the other room. I should have brought it in here with me. I've made those I love making those candy box books, Carla. And you're right, there's no purpose for another junk journal, but you know what? I still am addicted to making them. I think there is just something about, I don't know, something really appealing for me personally about, or rewarding for me personally about making a book. Okay, so it's as simple as that. With all those Painty papers, I'm now what? What am I, Vicky? You guys, the chat sometimes goes by so fast for me. I miss what I miss what everybody says. So I am now a 6 a.m. person. I am now. But you guys, I'm not actually coherent for a good long while. It's like weird. I've never, I don't know. Maybe it comes with age or something. I'm not, I don't know. But I can just tell you that I've been a total momby all day. You just figured out how to chat? Oh, awesome, Linda. Awesome, Linda. Awesome, awesome. I don't know, Scotty. I'm a night person anyway. I'm a night person, you know, but I don't know. I swear, I feel like I was out partying all night, you know, which obviously I was, right? No. First of all, there's nothing that stays open late here. And second of all, those days are gone. I don't party. But I feel like this morning I felt like, oh my God, I was like, it was a lot. So anyway, I'm going to try to keep my regular stream schedule, but I may have to push it back a half an hour. Last night was crazy. I don't think anybody posted on the page, Susan, would you? Because I just decided right now, because I was like, I've been contemplating all day with this. So you guys, what happens is this, is because there's only one lane in and one lane out of where I drive to get to where my daughter's school is, and it's not close by. We used to live on the other side of the island, and you know, all of her friends are over there, and it's just better for her to keep the continuity. And at the time, we were trying to buy a house over there on that side, but that was, anyway, housing prices have gone up crazy. So we're still in hopes of finding a house on that side, but it's just hasn't come to fruition. So I drive her a little further than I want, but it's okay. So there's only one lane in and one lane out. So I'm using my glue stick as a burnisher because it's my favorite burnisher anyway. Hi, Linda. Hey, everybody. No, Carly, you were good. I liked it. I mean, it was really, I mean, you really talked a lot about binding. I think you demystified binding a junk journal, or binding a multiple signature junk journal. So if you guys missed Carla's, I know that Ash posted it in our group, in our Facebook group, Crafting Mamas, when Carla went live. But if you guys missed it, go back and watch her video from today. She streamed on YouTube, and she did binding, well, you know, binding a junk journal. And she bound it in a small candy box, and then you guys get to see her really cool scavenger hunt box, which is what Shannon Green then sort of asked Carla's permission if she could take her idea, and that's where her en masse journals came from. You get to see the really cool scavenger book that Carla made. You guys, you may have to go back and glue it again. And if you have sandpaper, sand your cards. It works good. You know, sandpaper, just lightly sand the front of your slick surface. So I'm going to like these ATCs. Don't you think so? I mean, they're a little wild, and that's okay. That was from my circle paper yesterday. And so who was it yesterday that said, I really like your little book too, okay? Scotty, I didn't on these, but I just glued it to these bicycle cards. If you're going to use like a magazine page, or you're going to use a thicker scrapbook paper, I might sand it a little bit. Because I'm using that newsprint that we painted on, that we've been painting on for a few days, it's really thin and it's going to stick. You do want to use a permanent glue though. Don't use a glue like these are permanent glue sticks. If you use one of those school glues that says washable, if you decided to paint on top of this with anything, see, I'm not going to paint on top of this. I'm just going to glue. So I'm not worried about it. But if you were going to, like paint on top of it and you used a school glue that wasn't permanent, it would come up. You know, it would, the paper would lift up. Now with this newsprint, you guys, you can't add a lot more paint to it. I wouldn't, I mean, if you like the way it looks, just let it be. Now you can add layers if you glue to it, but I wouldn't add any more. It'll warp, especially if you add like white, if you add watered down paint at this point, or you add, it'll wrinkle. You know what I mean? But I think these are going to be cool, cool ATC bases. What do you guys think? I'm sorry, I got my... I have been a momby. I have been up since 5 because, of course, I thought I wasn't going to wake up. As you know, my little ridiculous thinking I'm not going to wake up. So I didn't. I've been up since 5. I have done a bunch of, I've done a bunch of stuff that I usually do later in the day. Like, regular house stuff. Laundry and that sort of stuff. So, somebody asked me yesterday why I said you want to make multiples at once. Okay, this is my theory on it, and you guys can pipe in and tell me your feelings about it. Okay, my theory is when you have multiples like this to work on, and you don't get caught up in like micro looking at something, you know what I mean? Like really like scouring over it, you can, and if you give yourself sort of like a list, like you can say 2 images, I want to put 2 images and a word. I mean, that is just a suggestion. Then I find that it's like less stressful. Well, everybody, while you guys are still in yard sale heaven, go and get yourself some cards, some playing cards from a yard sale. Seriously, I'm sure. Or ask your friends, say, oh, do you have a deck of cards, especially if they have kids? Do you have a deck of cards that you're missing some of? Because people generally do. Hi, Fiona. If you guys want to chat with me, chat in all caps. I'll try to read the smaller ones too, but, so this is a great thing if you guys have harvested your magazines and you want to, now see, I told you those, if you want to like get that box out of stuff you've harvested, this is a great way to use up all those little bits too. And I told you that the papers may have looked ugly as a large scale paper, but as an ATC they look awesome, don't they? So tell me more about how you guys felt after yesterday's stream. I'm a little bit... You find cards on the street? Oh my gosh, Carla. It's like the universe is just coming to provide what you want, what you need for your art, right? Because they know that we all don't need another thing. Oh, welcome, Anita. We're happy you're here. So, these are my ATCs, and I'm getting excited about them. I mean, I'm actually getting really excited about my painted newspaper print ATCs. I think that I'm going to really enjoy working on them. And the circle paper did come out nice, right? It kind of looked really weird, hippy-dippy like this, yeah? And I did a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them around here, right? I did an orange one. I did this one, right? And that one came out good. I remember I did another one. Yeah, I think they're going to be great. And these, of course, they looked really ugly as they were. You were like, what is she going to do with them? But they look good like this. You don't have garage sales in South Africa, Sarita? Sarita, you can cut your own. The only reason I told them to use playing cards is in America we have a lot of playing cards, and a lot of people can't cut a straight line or don't want to measure, and I definitely don't like to measure. And we have an excess. So you can use anything. An artist trading card is just a 2.5 by 3.5 inch card. So I would suggest, though, if you're going to glue your newsprint paper on it, cut it out of food packaging boxes or something a little bit thicker. Okay? Now, what are you guys thinking? I'm liking them so far. I'm really liking them. Like, and she'll look good on here. Like, she'll look good on here. Oh, that's awesome. It was like cutting up. So I went through my And then this one I painted on. The only thing about painting on it is you need to probably lay it flat. So this one I don't think you can really see it, but I did a tiny crackle finish on it. I guess I could have put more glue so it would have been more crackled. Just like a darker color and then a lighter color on top. And I didn't see what was your question? Can you ask what to do with an ATC? ATC is an artist trading card, Susan. So generally artists used to make, like, say this was my form of artwork, this drawing circles, which obviously it's not, but it was that day, right? And I wanted to give somebody, share a piece of my personal art. Artists used to trade pieces of art. And instead of like having a big, enormous canvas of something, you just get a small piece. You can use these like business cards as well if you wanted to for your art. But, you know, we swap them. You can swap them. What we're going to do, or my plan of what to do with the ones that I'm making is I'm going to make a diva deck. Like like inspirational diva cards. Inspirational female-focused cards. Does that sound good? So I went through my magazine. I went through some of my magazines, the fashion magazines that I got, right? And I cut out pictures of women that I liked. Now, obviously, you know, you can cut out pictures from anything. If you had some, like I loved her, I don't know, maybe she'll go good on that background. If you have some, patterns, like old vintage patterns, you could cut your old vintage patterns. You could fussy cut the ladies off the front of your patterns. You don't have to go to fashion magazines if you don't have them. I mean, I got mine from the recycling. I don't buy any magazines anymore. So, you know, the idea was right now, like, I wanted to do sort of a deck of empowering women cards. Does that sound good to everyone? A deck of empowering women cards. So after I find my women, now you could do multi-layers. You don't have to just stop with this. I was thinking some of them I might put angel wings on, or I was cutting out some butterflies, but you know. So the reason I put them on different, I cut out different ATC backgrounds was so I'd have different. So I was going to make like an inspirational thing. Hi, Dawn. How are you? So, right, empowered women cards. I like that idea too. No, I'm feeling like I need that for myself. Okay, I need it for myself, so I'm doing it for myself. So I'm gonna just look for some words. Like I like the word freedom, so I'm gonna take that one. And you could handwrite the words or paint them. If you were gonna do it, I'd paint it on paper though, and then glue the paper on. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I was thinking, isn't empowered women card sound good? Yeah, so that's what I was gonna do. Here's the word amazing. So you guys never know where you're gonna find what you're looking for, and you know, I have a box of words and stuff I've already cut out, but as you guys know, we're going through a small reno. So while we're doing our small reno, none of my stuff. Ooh, I love that. I'd like to use that on a piece of artwork. You know what? I'm gonna Oh no, Susan told me that Glenn Campbell died. Oh no. That's awful. I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn my... and then have Facebook shut so it doesn't keep dinging. Yes, use your Gorgeous and Prima Girls. You can use stamps on these too. Glenn Campbell died. That makes me so sad. You guys, I loved him. But didn't he have like something? Didn't he have something like, did he have Alzheimer's, or did he have, am I wrong? guys, I don't know. So I want to hear some feedback from yesterday. Was it like way too out there for you and too woo-woo? I'm just looking for some words, just some bigger, larger words. Here, this one's good. It says, get ready to fly. Okay, so I found 3 words. I have a couple of women. Now, you guys, you can do layers. You don't have to just do mine, but the only thing I'm going to tell you is I would do your layers and then put your female picture on top. And if you're going to add any paint or anything, I would add it to separate from this newsprint. Okay? Oh, I loved him. Facebook was dinging on my computer, Carly, because I had it open in a different browser. So, you know, guys, I'm telling you, I'm having my mom bee thing. I'm telling you, it's been like, I've got the mom bee going on. So I'm not going to stream for a really long time early on. If I get back in enough time, I'll come back. That's why I wrote part 1 in the title, okay? Because if I come back later, it'll be part 2. But these are just fun to get yourself excited about making mixed media art. Okay, so if you also wanted to do your, maybe we'll do a set of them where you add some more dimension to it. So, like, I like the words get ready to fly. Let's see what else is there. Like that. Hi, Luana. How are you? So, I like making, do you like making artist trading cards, Carla? I like making ATCs. And now, if you guys made Serendipity paper with me, they make amazing backgrounds. They make amazing backgrounds. I'm cutting out the word amazing. They make amazing backgrounds. They make amazing backgrounds. So, yeah. So I want to hear some feedback. Please, you guys, I want to hear some feedback from yesterday. For those that stayed till the end of the stream. For those that stayed for the last, I don't know, half hour or however long we did the woo-woo. You know, I like to send, if I'm going to send somebody like a rack, I always like to send an ATC in there if I've made some. You know, do you guys ever... Do you guys ever do that? I'm just looking to see if I missed any words that I liked. Okay, I have freedom, I have get ready to fly, and I have... What else do I have? I have amazing. Now, they may not be the colors I want. You feel better? You feel better, Sarita? Oh, that's good. Luana, that makes me feel happy. Sarita, that makes me feel so happy for you because I know that you haven't been feeling well. So... I am just gonna leave my girls out. I liked her, but she might be too big for one of these cards. But I liked her. She has like on a fur coat, but it looks like an angel. Can you see it? I like to try new things too, Carla. I always try it. And then I find my own way in it. You know, I find what works for me. So let's see. I have amazing, freedom. So we're going to make empowerment cards. You liking these? Thanks, Scotty. So if you guys have joined our Facebook group, it's called Crafting Mamas, and go over and join and put your name on the random act of kindness list. We don't do swaps, but We do racks, which means like you may occasionally get a, you know, that you're agreeing to give and receive Happy Mail. And so I liked this. This came from a Hawaiian magazine. The guy's doing some fire things. I may use that. I don't know. Drums of the Pacific. You can find your words everywhere. Like, and you can find your stuff everywhere. Don't just do, I only said fashion magazine because of the images of the empowering women cards. So, you're feeling better, Sarita? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You have no idea. Sarita says her parcels of the U.S., you mean to the U.S. or that you get them from the U.S., from the Netherlands, Jordan, the Netherlands? Wow. I don't know anybody that lives in South Africa. I mean, I used to, but I don't now. So I don't know anybody that that could bring you something. You know, they have the same problem in South America. I have a really dear, loving friend that lives in Bogota. You guys know I went to visit her, right? And they have the same mailing issues. Like, you know, they don't have the infrastructure. We complain about our mail system here, but at least we can get mail, right? So they don't have the same infrastructure there. So I'm going to do dancing. I do dancing. I have dancing, freedom, amazing. Yes, we're going to do an ATC series called Empowering Women. And I don't know if we'll swap them, but you know, you may get some in Happy Mail. So my idea was that if you especially because yesterday we were talking about how some days you just feel down, right? So when you're feeling down, if you have made yourself a deck of these empowering cards and you just pull one, you know. Hi, Brenda. Brenda says she only uses words from magazines for ransom notes. Now, saying that, you could cut out the word like a ransom note. I mean, you could totally cut it out like a ransom note. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find any more words in here. Oh, here's one. Here's wild. Woo! We know we like that one. So we're just going to make these out of the Painty papers that we made. You can use magazine pages too, you know. Sometimes I saved a piece I was going to show you. Like, I think this would make an awesome ATC background. Or a portion of one. This chain link fence from just a girl was standing in front of it that I cut out. Brenda, I'm sorry we missed Be Like Brenda yesterday. I was just telling the girls that, you know, school started here, and you guys will know, if you ever come to visit here and you drive down the 2-lane highway here, you'll suddenly recall that I said, you know, oh, this was how Shelly gets to pick up her daughter from school. Have wild and side. So yesterday I went to pick her up, and you know, it was the first day of school, so there was traffic, and can I tell you, I like the word gifted, but I think it's too big for my ATC. I could cut it out anyway. I ended up in traffic. Instead of it taking me like a half an hour to get to and from there, it took me 1 hour and 15 minutes. So now you guys can pick more than one word. I'm just doing that for this. That was just this idea. And find pictures of women that you like. You know, yesterday when I was like flipping through the magazines, or the day before, of ones I had, the women ones, some of the pictures were just, I didn't find them as, I wanted more multi-dimensional, multi-aged, you know, women of all different generations. You know, I really didn't find that. So you may have to go for more than a traditional fat. Like, I love the word believe, but that one is really too big. Fun and useful is good. So that is what we're doing. We're making ATCs. I think you're going to find that you could also do the same thing if you wanted to do them in your postcards as well. Okay, here's a great word. Unlimited, right? Even though it's talking about a cell phone plan, you just cut out the word unlimited. So, okay, did you guys text me how you felt from yesterday and I missed it all because I was like looking for words? Besides Sarita. No. Oh, like this is great. Look at the bottom of this one. This one from a Patron ad says Simply Perfect. I like that one too. So I just need a couple more women and then I think I'm good to go for my few that we're going to make. So who was it yesterday that was all freaked out about the possibility of making like more than one thing at a time? I don't remember. One of you guys was like, oh no, we're going to make more than one. I just think that when you do it, you don't focus all. You don't focus. If I was just working on one, then I would scrutinize it and scrutinize it and scrutinize it. But if I'm working on multiples at a time, I don't think the scrutiny is the same. What do you guys think? You left yesterday, Susan? Oh, I'm so glad. Unlimited Wonderful is also. You're Sewing Pockets, Fiona Jane? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm glad that you liked yesterday. I was like, after I finished, I was like, oh no, was it like too weird for you guys? You like to make production towel too, Sarita? I do too. When I'm making junk journals, I make tons. Fiona says she felt fabulous afterwards and there was no negativity in the atmosphere here last night. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. I like this word joy, but I think it is way too big. Here, there's some good words back here. So if you guys haven't gone over to Carla's channel, you guys go over and check her out. I think you're really going to enjoy what she does. And she does some really easy to follow things that really improve your creativity. I think so. At least it improves my creativity. I'm speaking for myself. Alright, I found a couple more words. Now I just need a couple more pictures and then I'm good to go. You do now. You got to see the recording. You have no idea what's going on. Okay, so yesterday, Carla, we did some. So I sort of outed myself. I've been in. I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. So I was born with. I'm an intuitive. Okay. You can call it. You can say the word psychic or whatever you want to say, but I'm intuitive. Now there's many different ways that you can intuit something. You can see it, you can hear it, you can it comes as a visual, like clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. I'm all of that. And I've been an artist my whole life. I've done all kinds of different art, high-end art jewelry. I was a costume designer for a long time. I loved that. And I loved what else? I've done some glass art. I've done some, I don't know. You guys, I think I have a little art ADD. But you know what I really think it is I think in retrospect is when I'm immersed in the art, I go mindless. And that's sort of the state, the perfect state for a intuitive person. Because when you're mindless, then you can get all of the information that you need for other things. Okay, I love this, but it's not for my ATC, but wouldn't this be great in a collage? I'm loving that. Okay, I'm going to keep this magazine on. Anyway, so yesterday, and I don't know, and since I started, so intuitively, I was told to start. Don't even ask me how it came about because I don't remember. It was sort of pushed to start doing live streams, and I thought it was weird, but I did it anyway. because I try to listen all the time to my own intuition, inner voice, whatever you want to call it. You can call it your higher self, your intuition, your voice, your... You want some pictures of women that don't look 20. There's nothing wrong with looking 20. It's just I would like... There's got to be more. You really become very aware of how the fact that there aren't very many multi-generational pictures of women. Oh, did you guys watch this show? I loved that show. Anyway, so I started this YouTube channel. I originally started the YouTube channel to help a friend of mine with a Facebook group she had. How old is this magazine? It has Margaret Thatcher in it. It is 2011. Wow. I told you guys I get them from the recycling, and I go to... I like her. She's pretty, but the page of paper is so thick. So, anyway, I started my YouTube channel initially to help this friend of mine who had a Facebook group. And, I mean, I've been doing paper crafting long before that, and I wasn't really that into YouTube. Honestly, I live in my own world, so I didn't really know much about it. Anyway, so I started it, and then from there, she sort of disbanded her group not too long ago, just because she didn't have an interest in doing it anymore, and I had already been, I'd participated in some other groups and filmed my journals and some of my creative stuff, but I don't usually talk about my personal stuff. So when I started these live streams, sort of what happens to me as an intuitive is that I'm sort of an open channel. And yes, you can control it. You can shut it off or on, but I kind of don't shut it off. I mean, I try to when I go to sleep, but anyway, so things would come, right? And the energy would come, and then I realized, oh, this is why I need to just have this channel. So I just shared some of my journey, and then somebody said something yesterday that happened to them that was just really unpleasant, and it just, oh, here's a beautiful picture of Jackie Kennedy. I love her. So from there, yesterday, we did some energy work. So being an intuitive is all great and everything, and I'm not knocking that at all. And for all of you out there that are intuitive and all that, have at it. For me, I'm more of a problem solver. I like, if I'm going to have something like that, I want to know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be, there's got to be more to life than, like, somebody calling you and saying, am I ever going to get married? And, whatever people call you. Most of the time, it's usually love or health or finances when people call you for a session. So, on top of being an intuitive, I am an energy healer. And what I do, my specialty, is I realign people with themselves. Okay, and I know you're going to say, okay, what exactly does that mean? I'm sorry, guys, I was just hoping some lady would jump out at me, like another picture. I was just going to give one more flip through. To realign with yourself. So, have you ever had the experience where you feel completely spaced out, or maybe you've had a car wreck, or you've had, I don't know, when different things happen to you and suddenly you don't feel quite yourself? Or maybe you've gone through extreme stress and, ooh, that's a great picture for a collage, don't you think, Big Ben? So when that happens, aspects of you leave. Aspects of your being, soul, spirit, they just kind of go. They just like, it's like a frightened child running to the other side of the room. And oftentimes we don't know how to invite that energy back into our bodies. So over a period of time, with that sort of feeling and stuff like that happens, you feel less and less like yourself. Does that make sense? Are you guys following me, or am I really too out there for you guys today? And for those of you that are not into the woo-woo, please go to a different channel. There's like so many amazing YouTube artists out there that could probably better suit you. So anyway, part of you leaves yourself, okay? And so one of my many, one of my, one of the many things that I do for the clients that I work with is I help them to realign themselves with themselves. And I know that sounds weird, but if you felt better after yesterday's broadcast, then, or after at least the energy work portion of it, you understand, right? You feel more whole, you feel more like yourself. It's not something foreign to you, but you don't even know you're missing it until you get it back, and then you're like, oh, wow, I feel better, right? This word definitely might be too big. Anyway, so that's what we did yesterday, Carla. We made Painty papers. And the whole reason I even did the stream yesterday was to do the giveaway for Noni's grandmother's birthday card. We had a member of our YouTube family and our Facebook group, her grandmother turned 100, and several people made cards, and those people that made cards and they posted them in our Facebook group, I entered them into a drawing and for a little, junk journal kit. Not anything that fabulous, but I like it. If you like trashy stuff, it'll be fabulous for you. So what am I missing? Are you following me? Am I like totally out there for you? So, look, we all have a reason. We all have a reason to be here on this earth. We're all like one. The same way you guys all felt really connected. The same way you guys all feel. Carla, I'm out there, right? I heard you say today. Go watch Shelly. She tells good stories. Thanks, Carla. So we all have a reason. We all have our own reason for being here. And only we know what that is. We only we know what's best for us, and only we know. You have to listen to your own inner voice, okay? So sometimes we get off track. And many times as women, we get off track of the things that we need to do. And this is going to sound terrible, but I bet you can all relate to it. It's because we give our power to someone else. When we have kids, we give our power to them. When we get married, we give our power to them. Now, it's not gender specific. It can happen to a man too. I'm just putting my words so I can see them. It's not gender specific, but I will say that women predominantly have more of those issues than men do at the moment. Okay? And I'm not saying it's not a generalization. I am sort of generalizing it, but it's true for most women. So when you've given your whole self, you know what? It was sort of the divine's trick, Fiona, to get me to do this group. Hi, Kayala. Hi, Lori. Lori, I totally can hear you. I hear and I see what you're saying. Okay, so as a mom, you give away yourself, and you don't even know you've given away yourself. And sometimes what it really happens is when you really realize it, or when I can just say when I realized it, was when my first child left home. It was like her leaving made me realize all the energy and stuff I had been putting out there, and I wasn't myself. Does that sound, do you guys get what I mean? Like it wasn't authentic for me. I didn't take care of me. And there is nobody, and if you don't learn anything from me, learn this. If you don't put yourself in the equation, you can never move forward. And somehow in our society, and I don't know how it happened, but we've convinced ourselves that by giving to others, we're giving to ourselves. Okay. Yes and no. Yes, you can receive tremendous joy from giving, but who's giving to you? It's like if your engine is empty, you have to keep filling yourself up. And in order to keep filling yourself up, you have to be an equally good giver as you are a receiver. And most women are terrible what? Receivers. So what happens is when we don't fill ourselves up like a cycle, what happened? Your body suddenly, like, you start getting these weird illnesses, you know, or you start, like, suddenly your vision, you can't see, or you have backaches, or you develop pains in parts of your body, or you get ill. And that's your body telling you, back up, and take care of you. And the only way your body can take care of you is what? It tell you to take care of you is when you get sick. I mean, how many of you have kids and have never taken a day off because you didn't, you never took a day off because you were working, and you finally give yourself permission to take a day off when you get sick. Do you know what I mean? So yesterday we did energy work. And we did energy work around letting go. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, the dog is going to bark. Just give me 1 second. I need to, somebody's going to come to my door. Just give me 1 second. Chat amongst yourselves, girls. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, ladies, because I wasn't planning on doing it. I just didn't want to have like a whole big thing. So anyway, Walmart is your vacation, Amberly. I hear you. So what we did was we just let go of things. So we pile this. So if you think about yourself as, I always like to think of myself, or I like the analogy. I don't think of myself as a bucket, but I like the analogy of like a bucket. And if you're filling yourself up, right, you have to fill yourself up so full so that it overflows. And when you can overflow, you have a lot to give, right? But when you don't take care of yourself, right, and I liken that image to poking holes in the bottom of your bucket. So when you don't take care of yourself and you put everybody ahead of yourself, and please don't misunderstand me. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't take care of your family, and I'm not telling you you shouldn't take care of others. What I'm saying is you have to put yourself in the equation. You know, you have to put yourself in the equation. So, because when you think about this, when you've been rested, when you've gotten enough rest, and I know with kids, there's probably never enough rest. And trust me, I've been there, done that. I'm still doing it. I still have a young daughter at home. When you're rested and you can let go and relax, how much more you have to give and how much better you feel, right? So yesterday we did energy work. We let go of things in our lives that we didn't want it, that we didn't, that weren't serving us. Okay, that's all. So was that like really long-winded? That was really long-winded. I'm sorry. Okay, back to our ATCs. So make your backgrounds out of those Painty papers, and then I glued them onto cards, and then now I'm making empowered. For those of you that just joined us, yes, Alana, care for the caregiver. You're absolutely right. I'm making empowered women cards. So this was inspired by all of you empowering ourselves, and then, also, just, it's just a really positive feeling and things to do, see and do. Yeah. You're right. If you don't care for it, you're right. Now, I always try to think about it as like, have you ever like, I like the analogy of when you're on an airplane where they say, put your mask on first and then put it on your child. It's like if you're not breathing, basically you can put it on your child, but if you're not breathing, you can't put it on your child, that sort of thing. So you have to take care of yourself. You're your own commodity. Your energy is so precious, and you are your own commodity. Okay, so I have a couple of women, and I like this redheaded girl, and I actually like her on the orange. I like her on the orange and the green. Now I just have to find a word, and I have to find it in the color that I like before I glue her on. So I'm glad you feel better from yesterday, and for those of you that want to go back and watch it, it was the one that says Circles of Love, and it's toward the end of the stream. It is at the end of the stream, and it is, I don't know, it's maybe somebody can tell you guys where it is at the end of the stream. I just remembered yesterday that we did it at the end of the stream. So I'm liking her. I'm loving her. Oh, maybe this is a perfect word for her. Classic. Oh, yay! Maybe I'll fussy cut a little bit more. So I hope you guys all join in and make these empowerment cards. Make these these empowering women cards. I hope you guys all join in and make them with me. I hope you decide that it's like, I mean, it is sort of fun, and you know, if we're gonna, I might put this behind, because I didn't cut it straight, boo. I need to find another word that says classic. Okay. But I'm liking the green one. Yeah, I love Louise Hay. And that is a very good observation. And I think we all do that. And I'm not saying that men don't do it too, because I know that there are many men that do that as well. But it's just, if you don't start taking, these are just lessons for my own self, okay? You know, if I don't start taking care of myself, no one is. And I do have a very loving family. And I'm not saying that they're not wonderful and helpful, and, you know, they are. But I need to, you know, it's just a reminder. So yesterday we did energy work surrounding that. That's what we did, Carla. That's how this whole conversation came about. Hi, Pam. Crafting empowerment cards. Encourage more Hot Pockets. You are hilarious, Brenda. Now, you guys, I didn't get to see Brenda's, I saw her recording, but I wasn't able, because I was driving back from getting the child yesterday. But go over and watch. Brenda has she's doing making a junk journal. Yesterday she made the cover. I loved the cover, Brenda. I thought it came out great. I thought it came out great. Edna, you know what? The thing is that how can you teach or give somebody something that you don't give yourself? Does that make you feel better? I mean, you know, honestly. And when you don't put yourself in the equation by self-care, you're really just, you're not doing your family or anyone else around you a favor. Okay, I'm liking her. She's simply perfect. Can you guys see it? Because my autofocus is like out of whack. I haven't figured the zoom. It won't zoom right, and I don't know. Can you guys see it? Bye, Linda. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. We hope we see you again. I can't tell if it's even in frame. Sarita, it depends upon what you want. You know, I mean, I think Amazon is very reliable, and you can find a lot of cool crafty stuff on there. If you have Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. Canvas Corp Brands gives you free shipping. They won't ship to South Africa, but they'll ship to him, so you get your whole amount of money, you know, worth. Where if you have a $20 gift card or whatever, you get all of it. I like her though. So you guys, so try that. I mean, I like Canvas Corp Brands. You guys I mean, I use Amazon all the time because I live in the tropics, so that's why. That's why I use it. Oh, I cut this word wrong. I don't know if I can fix it. Maybe I can. So tell me what you guys are, what else is going on with you? How many of you guys have made ATCs before? Don't you really like making ATCs? I like making them. I think, you know, what's fun for me is that it's like, you know, it's just like a little taste of art. It's like when you want to do a little bit of art, it's like almost like a, did any of you do the index card a day challenge for June, July? I always start, but I think I made like 15 of them or something. I like making ATCs. It's just like a little taste of art, right? So, and if you make more than one at a time, you don't get so caught up in it. I need to find another word for her. I like the classic, but I cut it wrong. So, okay, next. So one down and a whole deck to go. You've never made an ATC? Oh my gosh, they're sort of addictive. Who else has made an ATC? Who else hasn't made an ATC? Who else hasn't made any ATC? You've never made any, Luana? Oh my gosh, they're so fun, and you could just you can make them out of anything. You can, like, you did it, Vicky. You did the iCAD this year. Oh, I loved it, but I always had the best intention to start it, but I didn't finish it. Okay, so I have 2.5 finished. But it's just a great way to just get, and now that we painted all those papers, and your serendipity paper looks really great on this too. It did cut out some butterflies. I have to tell you, cutting the butterflies out of newspaper was a bit challenging. I kind of wanted to see if I could make her look like an angel, you know, have some angel wings. But I like her on this background. So even if all you wanted to do is trade with somebody ATC backgrounds, a lot of people, you know, if you made some papers and you wanted to send somebody some ATC backgrounds, or let's see what word would go with this. That's always fun. Okay, I like this one. Canvas Corp Brands is the one that does Tattered Angels and all that stuff. I like them because they do free shipping. I mean, I like their products. They do 7 Gypsies. They do a lot of different stuff that you probably would really like, Lumana. But they do free shipping. And I don't think they have a minimum order. At least I don't remember that they had a minimum order. You know, sometimes they can change it. But see, sometimes for me, the shipping costs so much that sometimes for me, the shipping cost so much that you can buy $7 product and pay $7 to ship it to you. You know what I mean? Whereas with Canvas Corp Brands, you know that you're going to get your product, and you know that it's not, the shipping isn't going to cost you anything. At least they had free shipping when I ordered. I haven't ordered in a really... You guys, I don't buy anything anymore. I told you. Carla said today she's in the phase of using it up. That's what I'm in the phase of. Amazon Prime is awesome if you have Amazon Prime. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, the shipping will eat you up. On it, you know, I don't know. Just check it out. How do you, what are you talking, what are you asking, Joyce? How do you give somebody Happy Mail? Or how do you, explain it to me, Joyce? I'm not quite sure what the question you're asking. I'm not sure. I have so much stuff too, Carla, but I have more trashy stuff. You probably have more nicer stuff. You know, I collect trashy bits. I'm a trashy bit kind of girl. I like magazines and newspapers, and I have so much stuff like that too. Okay, so Pam's saying she likes making index cards, and she must graduate to ATCs, and she received her first jelly plate. Awesome, Pam! Oh, wait till you start jelly printing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Practice on your magazine pages. I jelly print on magazine pages all the time. They make the coolest. In fact, I'll make some ATC backgrounds from my jelly printed magazine pages. I'm addicted to that jelly plate. I love it. Okay, I have 2.5 that are completed. Now I can go back and add bling to them or whatever. But look, this one says unlimited and this one says simply perfect. I like them. This was book pages, and I didn't read the book. It could be racy. You know me and my racy book pages. And then this one is jelly printed. No, it was just spray inked. It wasn't jelly printed. Spray inked newspaper print. You have trash and you bought stuff too. You have too much. You know what? I'm starting to go through and let go more and more. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know. A lot of crafters do use it up. There's a lot of crafters out there that do use it up. But I don't know which one you're talking about, but I know there's lots of people out there. Yes, I remember Aileen's. I buy her tacky glue all the time. I think she's still living. Isn't she still living, or am I wrong? Yes, I think her daughters for a while were doing, I haven't seen her online, or haven't seen them online, but I do remember them. So I have 2.5. 2.5! 2.5. Now I gotta find, and I have Jackie Kennedy, and I have her. I'm liking them so far. What are you guys thinking? Do you like them too? Okay. I'm gonna fussy cut her. Hello, Michelle. You guys head on over to Michelle's channel too. She's got some cool stuff going on. Michelle Scott on YouTube. She makes beautiful shabby chic journals and shabby chic stuff. So Joyce, you have to go over to the Facebook group, and then in the Facebook group Crafting Mamas, type on the left hand side of the thing. There'll be like a little question or a little search bar. Type rack, R-A-K, and it'll come up. There's a list you can put your name on. But you know, you have to be willing to send to. You know, it's not about just putting your name on and expecting a bunch of people to send you stuff. You have to send out as well. Like I only send to people that are active in our group, because you know, if you just come in and put your name on a list and you never comment or like or do anything on anybody else's post, I just, you know, it's really about that. You messaged me? Okay, I'll get it when I get off of here. Lady in the White Stripes. I know she needs a quote. I had classic, but I cut it wrong. I need to find another word for her. So you guys make these in batches. Make them a little at a time. Maybe you just put all your women on there first, and then you go back and you put your words or whatever it is. Or you put another layer. Maybe you want to do more than one layer. Maybe you want to do more than one layer. Maybe you want to do more than one layer. Wild side, bottom left. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'll put wild side on her. Okay, then that's 3 done. Woohoo! These are definitely going faster than I anticipated, and I'm happy about that. So I don't know which one of you said why do multiples, but now I hope you see why you do multiples, because it's much easier to get a whole bunch of them done at once and not focus solely on, you know, one little thing. Bye, Luana. Have a great night at work. Thanks, Anne. I didn't even... Wild Side is perfect for her. Thanks, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Anne was watching out for me. John, what are you talking about? Your mom left you with what? Her phone? That's so awesome. I like Jackie O too. So you guys make your ATCs, your empowering women's cards, the empowerment cards. The empowerment cards. The empowering women. Wouldn't you be happy if you got a whole bunch, somebody happy mailed you these, sent you a few, and you'd be like, oh, that's so great. Make it, but I think everybody should make their own deck first, so that if you get some, you can send some in return. Okay, I gotta work on my Jackie O. See if that's the best one for Jackie O, or maybe this one's a better one for Jackie O, or maybe this one's a better one for Jackie O. I'm liking this circle paper, you guys. I'm actually really liking it. Yesterday when I was making it, I was like, is this the dumbest thing I've ever made? But I'm actually really liking it now. You guys. Brenda, what do you need to catch up on, Sarita? You need to catch up on Brenda's shows? Okay, I don't know which one I'm going to put Jackie O on. I don't know if it's this one or if it's this one. Maybe I'll turn it this way. I think it's this one. Hi, Leah! Leah, I have to tell you, your video, I watched that video so many times about your water. I cried. I laughed until I cried because I was telling everybody my story about Hottie drinking out of my Mod Podge glass, and then your mom posted that. And Leah, it was awesome. First of all, you make really good videos. And anyway, I loved it. So I'm so happy you're here with us, Leah. We're happy you're here. We're happy that you are coming to hang out with the crafting mamas, even though we know you're too young to be a mama. And your mom's awesome, by the way. I love your mom. Your mom and I were in a Facebook group that I started with my friend Stephanie called Love Paper Crafts, which is sort of like Stephanie isn't really interested in doing it anymore. And it was really her group. So we're happy you're here. Looks like she has a pink halo. I didn't see that. I need to move her back. I think she has like a pink halo on her head. Let me see if I can fix it so she doesn't look like she has a pink halo. Oh, she's gonna look like she has a pink halo. Oh, but it's kind of good. It looks like one of her pillbox hats, I think. Looks like one of her pillbox hats. Oh, Leah, I loved your video. It was so funny. If you guys haven't seen Leah's video, go over and look at it on Crafting Mamas. It was so funny. About the water glass fiasco. The water glass fiasco. Okay, now I need one for Jackie O. I need one for Jackie O. Wild Side was good. Even though I didn't glue it on straight. Oh well. Unlimited, Simply Perfect, Wild Side. Jackie O needs one. Amazing would be good, but the color's wrong. Are you leaving, Joyce? See you later. Big hugs to you, Joyce. Happy to see you. Okay. I don't know what word I'm going to put on Jackie O, but I'll think about it. I need to glue down my edges some more. So tell me what's going on with all you girls. What? Tell me what's going on with the rest of you girls. I want to hear. I want to hear. Hi, Laurel. I am, you know what, Laurel, the only reason why I came on early today was because school just started yesterday. And yesterday, it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get home, and that would be in the middle of my stream. So I thought, and I promised everybody that we'd make these ATCs. So if I get home early enough, and I'm not going to stream a really long time right now, but if I get home early enough tonight, I will come back on just for a little bit. I won't do a really long stream or anything like that. But we're making making empowerment cards. And we're making ATCs, and they're out of the Painty papers that we've been making and magazine pages. But I'm liking them so far. Do you guys like them so far? So far I have 3.5 done. 3 1/2 done. Three and a half. Let's see if Gifted works on the bottom of this. Yeah, I'm gonna have 4.5 done in a minute. Thanks, Shelly 20,004. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Did anybody sleep last night with what was left of the full moon and all that? Thanks, Bet. How are you today, Miss Bet? How are you, Miss Bet? I hope you are doing well. You guys go, if you haven't bought, right now glue is on sale. So for those of you that use a lot of glue, which I do, I use a lot of glue. I would say that's probably my one thing that I use all the time is a lot of glue. You finally got some sleep? Oh, good. Like a rock? Oh, good job. No sleep for you, Susan. 3 a.m. for you, Scotty. You know what? I know. It was like crazy. I haven't been sleeping either. And then because I'm trying to get up in the morning with my daughter and I'm afraid I'm going to sleep because school starts early here, you guys. So we have to leave our house at like 6:30 in the morning. School starts at 7:15. So we have to leave super early. So I was afraid I wouldn't get up. I was afraid I would not wake up. So I woke up at 5 again. And then I've been in Mombi for hours. Hours, I have to say, I've been in Mombi. And hours and hours. What did you say, Laurel? You got timed out? It happens. Today the internet's been weird. I mean, my internet shows really strong, but weren't you saying, Carly, you were having internet issues? I just need to trim this a little bit. The internet's been weird lately. It's been like, I don't know. So was there anything you guys specifically wanted to talk about while you guys got me here today? Something that came up? You bought 50 glue sticks for, your niece bought you 50 glue sticks for Christmas? Oh my God, that's awesome. That is a gift, okay? 50 glue sticks. 50 glue sticks to a crafter, that is gold. Now my daughter asked me what I wanted for Mother's Day. I said glue sticks, and she like made fun of me, but then she finally bought them like months later, but I was serious. You start that next Wednesday and you leave at 6:30. Oh my God, Laurel, it's just like kicking my butt. Not a morning person to begin with, or put it this way, I'm more of a night person than I am a morning person. But boy, I swear, I woke up this morning like I had like partied all night. I was like, what? I had like such a headache. And the internet, are you enjoying living in Florida, Carla? Are you enjoying it? Is it better or whatever you had? I don't remember why you said you were leaving where you were. If you said it all, I wasn't. Sometimes I miss a lot, especially if I'm crafting in my own world. You couldn't see your stream health. You were good today. It didn't buffer at all. I watched the whole thing. Well, I didn't get on till like 8:15 in the morning. It said you started at 7:15 my time. Well, I didn't get on till 8:15. But and it looked like at one point you had like a lot of people. It was really quite, I think at one point you had like 60 or more people, which was good. Maybe even more than that. Okay, I have done 4.5. So do you guys get the hang? See how easy it is? I think it's such a great gift. You always love Florida, but I thought you said where you are, it's like kind of expensive. So is that something that it wasn't so expensive before? I don't think you can live stream from a phone, Amberly. Well, maybe you can if you do it on Ustream, but you can't on YouTube because you need an encoder, and I don't know if you can get an encoder for your phone. I don't know. Maybe you can. Don't get me, Amberly. I should say, I don't know. Oh, I drink so much water, Ash, I'd float away. Miami is I like Miami and I like Tampa. And now Lakeland, too many mosquitoes. So, are you going to stay there, or are you going to try to move toward Tampa or Miami? Carla had 85. That's so awesome, Linda. See, I wasn't. Are you asking me, Trish, where I am? Or are you asking, there's another Shelly. So far I've made 4.5. And I have to find a good thing for Jackie O. I have to find a good... The cost of living is expensive in Florida, really? I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought it was like less expensive, because aren't there a lot of snowbirds that go there? I mean, I don't know if they go to Lakeland, but the cost of living where I am, Florida, Carla, is so ridiculously expensive. It's very difficult for me to even like fathom. Like, it would probably feel like really cheap compared to. So I made 4. I just don't have something for Jackie O. I don't have a saying for her. I don't like anything I have. Freedom's okay, but it's not exactly the right word for her. Anyway. You're staying for now, not leaving anytime soon, even though the cost of living is not good? Port Richey? I haven't been to Port Richey. Is it really nice? That might be someplace I might like to do that. Well, my ladies, I am going to end early, and I will try to be back by 3, but I don't know that that will happen. I don't know that that will happen. If not, it'll be like later on. Your car insurance, Carla's saying in Florida, her car insurance has more than tripled. Rent is almost 2 times than you were in Alabama. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's really expensive. Oh, Fiona, I hope you sleep well. You know, I don't know where is a good place to live anymore. I mean, I don't know where's an affordable place, I should say. I'm sure there's lots of lovely places. Like where I live is really beautiful, but it's really, really expensive. All right, my girls, close your eyes. I'll send you a little bit energy boost for the rest of your day, and then I'm going to try and be back at 3:30ish, I'm guessing, which would be 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And if you guys want to come back and we'll work on some more ATCs and hang out a little bit more, I'll be back later on. But close your eyes for one little minute and inhale and exhale. And one more time. And exhale. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. Huge hugs, big love. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed your little bit of time here with me. And if you want to get any notifications of when I'm streaming again live, click that bell button next to the subscribe button if you've subscribed. And as always, I love seeing you. Linda, that sounds like a deal for a house. You would never, the cheapest house you would get here as a tear down would be $500,000, and that would be one that you'd have to like totally gut. Anyway, get your ladies out, get your painting papers out, and when I come back in a few hours, we will work on making some more empowerment cards. All right, love you ladies. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you later. Take care. Aloha.